it seems to be people want to actually see my face. The video yesterday didn't get a lot of views, I imagine, because you couldn't see my face. So here's my face. Yeah, this morning I read some news, and it only exacerbates my perspective. The idea that the government and regulation are here to save you speaks volumes to the word slavery or indentured servant. We're serving people like this idiot in office that, you know, half the country hates and half the country wants to sleep with, or at least whatever. They all love Trump or they hate Trump. And nobody wants to acknowledge the simple fact that both sides seem to ignore is, number one, the rich keep getting richer. Have you fucking noticed your goddamn taxes? The motherfucking cunt in charge just made it worse on you. And you're and there's half the conservatives in this country are praising him while they're being butt raped by him. And then on top of that, I don't care whether you're Democrat or Republican, war is disgusting. War is hell. War only benefits the very, very few while the masses suffer. Why do you think government has... There's 545 people in government that swear they hate war, but they constantly sign it into legislation. I mean, with these things being said, you know, it's no wonder that I'm about to do what I'm about to do. We live in a huge debt-based fiat Ponzi scheme, a fiat debt-based Ponzi scheme that's multi-generational. It's never going to go away, at least not in my parents' lifetime or my lifetime. It hasn't gone away. And if I'm lucky, it may go away in my time. But if that does happen, many of us won't be lucky, including myself. You know, again, it'll be just like a war where very, very few will benefit off of very, very many. And this story speaks particularly to that. So I don't know if anybody's paying any attention because they really don't think they're much of your Jamie Dimon. But 1 year now it's been since he slapped Bitcoin when he told everybody in the world Bitcoin was a fraud, and when he told everybody in his firm that if they got caught trading Bitcoin, they would be fired while he was actually buying ETFs of Bitcoin. Well, this motherfucking cunt, Jamie, I rule the world Diamond, because I'm richer than you, says that they're going to actually create their own stablecoin cryptocurrency, and it's going to be connected to what? The dollar, right? And I find that really, really crazy because, you know, he's just, it's the same reason he's buying all the, JP Morgan's buying all the silver. They are just trying to establish the fact that they rule the world, and they want to continue to rule the world. Now let's. I'll go to this before I try and find what I was looking for. Let's speak to this. There are three early applications for the JPM coin. Okay. The first is for international payments for large corporate clients, which now typically happens using wire transfers between financial institutions on decades-old networks like SWIFT. Instead of sometimes taking more than a day to settle because institutions have cutoff times for transactions and countries operate on different systems, the payments will settle in real time at any time of the day. The second is for securities transactions. In April, JP Morgan tested a debt issuance on the blockchain, creating a virtual simulation of $150 million. They did a test net. I wonder if they did that on Ethereum. Creating a virtual simulation of $150 million certificate of deposit for a Canadian bank, rather than relying on wires to buy the issuance, resulting in a time gap between settling the transaction and being paid for, which we know what happened, arbitrage, which can happen. Institutional investors can now use the JPM token, resulting in instant settlements. And for the final use for the JPM coin would be for huge corporations who use JP Morgan's treasury service business to replace the dollars they hold in subsidiaries across the world. Unseen by retail customers, the business handles a significant chunk of the world's regulated money flows for companies from Honeywell International to Facebook, moving dollars for activities like employee and supplier payments, moving dollars for activities like employees and supplier payments. It generated $9 billion in revenue last year for the bank. And that was with the traditional means by which they have treasury services. Imagine if they owned the money that they use to do this with. Quote, money sloshes back and forth all over the world in large enterprise. Is there a way to ensure that a subsidiary can represent cash on the balance sheet without having to actually wire it to the unit? That way they can consolidate their money and probably get better rates for it. Dude, these people that we're looking to for solutions are sticking it in so deep, and the people that we listen to are going, that's not deep enough. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand what these people are doing? You know, the motherfucker, Jamie Dimon, is sitting there saying Bitcoin is a scam, and our shitcoin isn't. Motherfuckers. And to think that the company isn't ruling out technology to facilitate smartphone payments for its retail customers, it isn't ruling out that. Pretty much every big corporation and most major banks in the world use JP Morgan. Even if this was limited to JP Morgan's this shouldn't hold them back. Even if they could only do this within their own infrastructure, it's not going to stop them from doing this. So, you know, with that being said, there's a ton of, you know, I won't even get into the comments real quick. What I really just want to say, this is Klepto Currency. That's where we're at, guys. This whole space is based on speculation and manipulation. It's a kleptocracy. And that's what we're setting up for, with everybody here leaning towards understanding speculation and manipulation. Because that's all any one of you guys are doing out there when it comes to those that are watching my channel, including myself. We're all scammers. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. Jamie over there at Best Passive Incomes, Crypto Face, Gandhiji. You know, the least scammy of the group is obviously HDX20, in my opinion. It lays bare, totally evident, you know, a clear evidence that suggests, like, if we had a coin that was like HDX20 and it could be considered like the most stable of coins. What I want to do is I want to show you that, you know, the coin has been 6 months old, HDX20, and it's done nothing but go up. And no matter how much speculation and manipulation you put into HDX20, there's no way to get the fucking price to go down. Ever. It will always be more than it was in its last transaction. Whatever last transaction happened, that was the cheapest it will ever be in that moment. And no speculators and no manipulators can fuck with it. But all you people, it's not deep enough. That's where we're playing. And if that's where we're playing, you know what? The big guys, your JP Morgans and all them, you know what? You know where I'm going to put my money? I'm going to put my money in Plus Token. I'm going to put my money in GOEX. And you know what? I'm going against something I said I would never do. And you'll find out when I publish this video of whether or not I do it or not. But I'm going to start publishing affiliate links to all these scammy things. And, you know, Wealth says that, you know, I could be liable for this shit. And, well, guess what? I'm putting my FOMO link out there for P3D. I'm putting all of it out there. I'm going to let the whole world know. You know, obviously on top is going to be HDX20, and I'm going to make it very clear that that's the only legitimate, or the only serious, the only real crypto. Everything below and everything underneath and everything that's on exchanges is all klepto currency. That's all klepto currency. And being that most of my currency is in klepto currency, I'm going to have to be a klepto, just like the rest of you. And just like Jamie Dimon. Being that he's the biggest and all, we all want to be just like the smartest guy in the room because he makes more money than us and that's what we want. Well, that's what we're here for. You can see how this affects me. I mean, I have like these butterflies in my stomach. The idea that I'm going to actually go out there and promote every fucking scam that's out there. Even while one of them, GOEX, isn't sending me my Ethereum payments, they're not doing that. They're saying it's the blockchain. We'll see. You know, we know every single token I'm gonna fucking promote is gonna fucking exit scam on you, including the one that's called exitscam.me, which will probably be number 2 underneath my only serious one, HDX20. But yeah, that's really where we're at, guys. We're at the point in this space, on this channel, in my world that you're all participating in for these few seconds. We are about to become no different than the rest of the people in this space, and in doing so lay bare how clear the scam that we live in is, because we live in nothing but a scam. Everything's a fucking scam, and I need to be open-armed about it. I need to embrace this. It's the only way I'm going to find any sanity in my world, because I know damn well that if I were to be like Crypto Saint and sit here and tell you how things are so bad and how we're going to fix them, by being nothing but negative, it's not going to get me anywhere. Don't get me wrong, you'll see me bitch and moan and point the finger at plenty of fucking assholes out there that are stealing. But, most of those finger pointing that I'm going to do are going to have to be aimed right back at me, because in order for me to get my message out there, I need to do it in a manner where it benefits me as well. And running my affiliate links and this channel as something that's like accepted on a larger scale, in a fashion where people will become educated and learn, I think that'll be great. Change a little bit of words on my videos, and it'll all be good. Don't put anything in anybody else's pocket that you can't afford to lose. I don't care what it is, and I don't care who it is. The banks are screwing you. Fuck. Your boss is screwing you. The government is laying bare. They're telling you they're doing tax cuts, and it's clear as day. Jeff Bezos didn't pay 1 penny in fucking taxes at Amazon. Not 1 penny. As a matter of fact, from what I understand, they got a return check on top of that. Did you? Many more things I wanted to say, but I'm in a flux right now, and we'll see. We will see if I will publish all my affiliate links for all the garbage tokens, or all the high yield interest products that I'm participating in. So you can join with me, or if it's FX Trader underneath me, and build out your downline. It's all about network marketing. Networking is, how I make a living. I go out in the street and I sell my art in the street. So it's just another form of networking, and I know I'm not going to be able to network and grow my channel if I continue to be what you guys have seen me to be. And not to say that I won't be that person, and not to say that I won't say those same things, but one thing I'm going to change is how I participate and demonstrate my participation. I want it to be laid clear on the blockchain, whatever one it is, preferably Ethereum. At this point, God knows it'll probably change tomorrow, but I think that it's the only way I think I'm going to get what I want in the long run, which is, just being very vocal and clear and transparent about the immutability and the participation that's happening on the Klepto Currency space. And maybe it'll go to zero, maybe it won't, but most importantly, we will regulate the regulators. We will make sure that lawyers, bankers, and politicians operate like firemen and the Coast Guard and garbage men, because they're utilitarian functions in society, and there's no reason that we should have the problem that we currently have. And unless I can, really make clear and lay bare how corrupt and wrong everything that we see in the cryptocurrency space is, it's just going to end up being another fiat. Not that it isn't. I mean, it defines fiat, cryptocurrency, but I'd like to really make it into the blockchain, because this is a channel all about blockchain maximalism, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get the message through more clearly as demonstrating how much money I am going to, and how much other people are going to lose by participating in scams that are modeled after the biggest scam of all, which is a debt-based generational Ponzi scheme that we all currently live in, using that thing that we call what used to be called a greenback. It's actually called a Federal Reserve note. This shit is the biggest debt-based generational Ponzi scheme that you will ever witness in human history. And I'm going to participate in a whole bunch of models of it and try to earn as much as I can, while in the end lose everything, in order to make very, very clear that everything that I'm here for is about blockchain maximalism and has nothing to do with the kleptocurrency that brings us all together here. I am blockchain. How's that sound? I don't know.